The Joe Rogan Experience.
Like, the network will let us do anything. We've been on the network for 4 years. The only time they've ever killed a show was we wanted to do something about the NCAA, about how the NCAA how it should pay athletes, right? Well, in the case of football, it is killing them.
They should pay athletes. Thank you.
Yeah.
We talk about that all the time. I think it is one of the craziest fucking scams in all of money that college sports are.
It's unbelievable.
They're making so much money off those kids.
When you watch those things, every single person's getting paid.
Everyone.
You know, everybody's getting paid.
Except the best players in the world.
The guy bringing water to the announcers are getting paid, except for the players, right?
It's so crazy.
And the guy who literally, I'm blanking on his name, but the guy who created the system, right, who like formed the NCAA, later when he left, he compared it to plantation slavery. He was like, this is like slavery, what I invented. You know, there's no justification for it at all. It is bananas. We want to do that topic for a college episode. We pitched that to True TV. You know what airs on True TV every March?
March Madness?
March Madness.
And they said no?
They said, and here's how I live with myself. I say, look, I will never take a no until it's the only absolute answer I can get. So they said no. I say, I really want to do it. Tell me no again. You know, they told me no again. I was like, if the president of the network tells me no, then I'm not doing it. And the president of the network told me no. Because that's the guy who I could write it and he could kill the episode.
Yeah,
so,
but why? Like, it's true. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't have NCAA on your network.
They're worried about pissing off not
those
just the NCAA,
thieves,
but
pissing off those money grubbing thieves, stealing from those athletic kids.
I'm with you.
All these people are paying money to see those fucking kids. That shit drives me crazy.
Yeah,
exploiting of young athletes in college is
bonkers.
It is one of the ones that drives me, because I got into it with Joey Diaz, who explained to me, because Joey used to be a bookie and he really understands gambling. He was explaining to me how much money gets donated to these schools by people who used to go to them. He goes, it's insane. Yeah. And he said, and most of it is based on the performance that the school has in college sports. Yeah. And these people who are, you know, I'm a fucking, you know, blah, blah, blah. I went to school there and I'm there till I die. Fucking go team. Yeah. These assholes throw shit tons of money, and there's thousands of them all throughout history. Years and years. These guys have been donating for 25 fucking years.
Yep. And when the team wins a championship, they give them a bonus, donate even more, right?
Yes.
But who doesn't get the money is the kid, right?
The fucking people who play the game. All they have to do is, oh, well, if you get through here, you get an education, and then you get to go to pro sports. Yeah. How many of them make it, especially in football?
Almost none.
Almost none. But look at what are the numbers? What is it like? I wonder what the numbers are. Guys who sign up for college football who make it, first of all, with a body that's functional after 4 years of 600 fucking pound dudes slamming. I guess it's not that big, but they're giant dudes slamming into you, you know, 5 days a week.
We did an episode on football and the concussion thing. I mean, it's not just concussions, right? It's like just the little hits, right? It's just the routine tackles. You know what I mean? What happens every single time you do that, your brain, you got to think of it this way. Your brain is riding, your skull is the car, your brain's the passenger. Your brain doesn't have a seatbelt, right? Every time you run into somebody, boom, your brain slides forward a little bit because it's not wearing a seatbelt, bumps into the front of your skull and bounces back, right? And even if that doesn't cause a concussion, it causes a little hurt every single time, right? And so you can never get a concussion, do that over and over and over again, and you're going to end up with CTE.
Yeah,
right?
subconcussive trauma. It happens in soccer players. It's a big issue in soccer players.
And those kids are hurting themselves, you know. And
so this is what
Jamie
wrote here. In football, out of 73,557 NCAA participants, approximate number who are draft eligible is down to 16,346, and now down to draft picks, it's 256. So we're 256 out of 73,000 make it to draft picks.
1.6%. Make it from the NCAA to the majors.
1.6%.
Ridiculous.
From NCAA to major pro, 1.6%. That is fucking crazy.
And let's be honest, these kids are not getting a full education.
Look how high baseball is. Baseball is almost 10%.
It's way more teams with like minors and all that kind
of stuff. Isn't that crazy though?
That's wild.
It's almost 10%.
That's weird. Well, that's 10% of from draft eligible to drafted though.
To major pro.
That's not even the participants, because look, that's 35K, 7K are draft eligible, and then 7 are drafted.
Right, but look how low the number is in terms of baseball participants versus football. It's half, less than half, and yet they have way higher percentage.
This is our writing
It's also
process. We look at charts.
But the thing, also the thing is like with baseball, you don't get hit, right?
Yeah.
Unless you get hit by a ball, most of the time your injuries are just from running or
Sliding and stuff like that. Yeah, you're not getting hit in the head. Well, you can get hit in the head with a baseball.
Yeah,
but
it's so much safer.
Yeah.
If I had a kid and the kid was thinking of like baseball, football, or basketball, I'm like, well, take that football out of the fucking equation. You got two choices.
Yeah.
Because don't do it. Just don't do it. You're not going to make it. No, the very few people that make it out of there without like serious injury, it's like it's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Especially if you look at that 75,000 number, if you look at for how many kids are playing in the NCAA. Now think about how many kids are playing high school football. I don't know the number, but it's got to be 10 times that, right?
What are you showing us, Jamie?
This kid is going to be, he's the Heisman Trophy winner, and he already has been drafted to Major League Baseball, but he's also projected to potentially be in the top 5 NFL picks.
Whoa.
That's
so
cool.
there's like a big discussion on what should he do. It's up to him, obviously, but players like Deion Sanders who have been in both leagues and have done both at the same time is like, play baseball.
Yeah,
Wow.
play baseball,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, well, that's better for your life because you're less likely to have brain damage.
Do you ever talk to a fucking baseball player that's retired? It's like talking to a regular person.
He still doesn't
Yeah.
win. He still wants to be the quarterback, though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well, he's a bad
I mean, it's too bad he
motherfucker.
can't be a basketball player. Those guys clearly have the best of it. Like, out of all the major sports, basketball players, because they...
I don't know about that because
Yeah?
it's a much more grueling schedule physically. First
That's
of all,
true.
you're running and shooting every night. You're sprinting. You're doing all these different things. Baseball is so much more leisurely.